Everyone. This is magical and amazing. If this stays here for a half an hour during our class, wow, it'll be truly just one of those amazing things that happens on occasion. So everyone's really chill this morning. I hope you had a good night's sleep and you're feeling ready for this 30-minute detox and de-stress yoga. And I just want to take this short moment before we begin the physical movement to thank you all so much for showing up and for donating. In this kind of transition of coming out of Thanksgiving and moving into Christmas season, it's Black Friday, it's Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday, which I appreciate as a small business owner. But for us, this is really about Giving Tuesday. And I believe, as a yoga teacher and a health coach, that it's about giving in order to receive. So whatever it is that we want in our lives, and most people are feeling a little stressed and anxious and overwhelmed for a lot of different reasons, that we need to give what we want to receive. And so for me, I love to give to rescue dogs because, of course, I have 4 here. I'm going to introduce them really quickly, and then we're going to get to moving. So before we start into the physical movement, I want to remind you to honor, protect, and listen to your body. So whatever movements we're going to do some heart opening and some hip openers and some gentle twists as well, because those are detoxifying. So the theme of this class is detox and de-stress. It's just going to be 30 minutes, although we are live. And so I often say we might go a little bit over just depending on what transpires. But my dogs, my 4 rescue dogs, this is Bruno. A lot of you know him. He's become a little semi-famous on, on Instagram because he was less than 24 hours away from being euthanized when we got him, and we came in a little bit rough. And now he has such a beaming smile and a glowing coat and super healthy. This is my girl, Stella. She was our first rescue dog, and if you've read the book Adopting Joy, you know that when we lost our full breed dog, we really wanted the exact same breed, because that's what you want when you lose a dog, right? You just want the one that you had back, and so the closest thing to that is getting the same breed. But we opened our minds and our hearts to adopting, because I know that there's millions as we speak right now in shelters, and this is the girl Stella that we got, and they're all mixed breeds, just mutts. And then we got our girl Luna over here. She's snuggled with her little brother Leo. And, it's just such a joy, and I think a symbol when you rescue a dog and you see them transform what is possible with love and with a second chance. And so that's really what this fundraiser is about. And again, I appreciate you so much for being here. So if you want to get some pillows from your couch, I grabbed a few. You can sit up on top of those if you like. And we're going to use them later on for a heart opener as well, a prop. Using these props that you have for your house is nice for heart openers and hip openers. So grab those if you want to. Easy seated position either way. And if your back is tight for any reason and you'd rather just lie onto your back, again, honor and listen to your body. But crossing your legs and sitting up nice and tall so that your posture is in alignment. And as I always like to say, it's not just about our physical alignment, although that's important in our yoga practice. It's aligning our thoughts and our desires and what we want, not only for ourselves, but for the world, aligning those thoughts with our actions and what we do. And that's really what I'm here to do today. My desire is to help rescue dogs. So this is my action to the world. And so I just want you to contemplate that as well. So come into easy seated position, good alignment, not only physically in your posture, but also mentally. You can rest your hands down onto your knees, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a deep belly breath in. So you're going to breathe into your belly and all the way up to your heart, into your collarbone. So take a deep cleansing breath. And as you exhale, just relax and arrive in this space and time together. So hopefully if you're at home with your animals or your kids or whoever that you're surrounded with or alone, this needs to be a practice in our own self-care, because when we practice self-care, we have the ability to have good energy to share with others. Okay, so take a moment to settle into stillness. And I want to just start by a short meditation to send out good energy to all of the animals that are in a shelter right now. So if you want to, you can close your eyes. If that's not comfortable, keep them softly open. And just slow down and land in the space and time in the present moment. And as I said, I believe that energy is just as contagious as anything else. And I believe that when we consciously, as a whole, together here, right now, consciously send out good energy to animals that need it, that are currently in a shelter and waiting for someone to love them. And when we do that consciously together as a unit, it has a ripple effect out into the world. So slow down and just send out good energy to all of the animals that are currently in the shelter, hoping and waiting. Send them good energy. Take a couple nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. A little smile is positive energy as well. And just know that you showing up and you donating is amazing too. Go ahead and bring your hands together in prayer at your heart center space and feel the energy between your hands as you press your palms together and lift your heart upward to meet your hands. We're going to take a deep sun breath in together. So take a full inhalation, gather good energy as you reach out and up, and you can look up and watch your palms come together to touch. And as you exhale, draw your hands in and back to your heart center space. And I just say to you, namaste for showing up. The light within me honors and acknowledges that same light that is within you. So go ahead and make your way to child's pose. And again, you can move your pillows out of the way if you had some, and you always want to just listen to your body. So it's going to be a slow flow practice today, very all level and very moderate and de-stressing. But if there's anything that we do that doesn't feel quite right for you, then just come back to child's pose. So sitting your hips back onto your heels, you can stretch your hands straight forward, let your forehead drop down. Take a couple, again, nice deep breaths into the back of your body. And if you are choosing to take a picture after class, that's awesome too. I call that an unselfie. So selfies, for whatever reason, have become such a thing, and I hope they trend out at some point. But unselfies, this is the unselfie season. So if you want to tag me and the dogs and help us with our fundraiser and help that positive ripple effect, that would be amazing as well. But after class, for now, I want you to just be here and now for yourself, practicing your own self-care. On your next inhale, you're going to shift your weight forward. You're going to bend your knees to the mat if they're not already. So knees are bent down because we're doing a modified vinyasa flow. So you're going to lower down. Less is more. We're going to inhale and come into just a baby cobra. So the heart is opening, the heart chakra. For many of you who've done my programs in the past, the heart is open to receive positive energy, but we're also a transmitter of positive energy. That's the heart chakra. So feel your heart open to receive positive energy here. You can wiggle around, maybe look over your right shoulder, and then look over your left shoulder, and then come back to center. Take an inhale, and then lower back down as you exhale. We're going to press back to child's pose again. We're going to do that 2 more times. So just a half vinyasa flow, nice and slow and easy this morning. Inhale, draw forward. For those of you who are more advanced, feel free to come into a full plank. Otherwise, just bent knee modified. Inhale to open up, a little twist, and we are going to do some twists today because they are detoxifying and de-stressing. Come back to center, take a big breath in, open the heart to receive positive energy, release back down, press back, child's pose again. And we're going to do that 1 more time. So inhale, draw forward. Again, straight legs or bent knees, lower down, elbows slide by the rib cage. Inhale a little bit faster, coming up, a little twist through the spine. Look back towards your heel if you can. See if you can see your right heel with your right eye and then your left heel with your left eye. And then come back to center. Inhale, open that heart, and exhale, lower back and press into child's pose. So hips to heels, forehead down to the mat, release back, and we're going to do a flow to open up the heart, coming into camel pose. So on your inhale, you're going to press down through your knees. Now your knees are hip bone distance apart. You're going to inhale, sweep your hands out and up. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see it's a little back bend. So again, opening up the heart and the front line of the body. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold again, coming into child's pose. So the hips will drop back onto the heels and the forehead will drop down onto the mat, and you pause. The inhale lifts you up, you rise up, you feel your knees press into the mat, your inhalation draws in positive energy, reach up and back, open up the whole front line of the body. Exhale, fold inward towards yourself, pausing and releasing as you lower down. Now I want you to continue that flow and go faster or slower, depending on what feels good for you. So what you're going to do is follow your breath and your intuition. So the inhale lifts you, and the exhale lowers you. And if you can mindfully engage the glutes on the inhalation as well, so you're pressing and squeezing the glutes to lift you, really sweep the arms out as far as you can. So you're reaching in all directions, gathering that good positive energy so that you have good energy to share rather than feeling stressed and anxious and worried and fearful. We're focusing on good positive energy. So hopefully you can share that with others. Okay, let's do one or two more of those. Deep breath in through the nose, by the way. Breathe through the nose, calming energy in, and exhale, fold down. Beautiful. Now hands straight out in front of you again into extended child's pose, hips back to heels, forehead down to the mat. We're going to inhale, draw forward, coming into downward facing dog this time. So hips to the sky, pressing through the palms, look backward towards your feet. Your feet are about hip bone distance apart. Palms are pressing evenly into the mat. We're going to inhale and exhale through the nose as you press backwards and lift the tailbone high. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and just step your right foot up and through your hands, or you can release your knees to the mat and then step your right foot up and forward. Either way, we're going to come into a low lunge. So the left knee's down onto the mat. We're going to inhale again, reach out and up, and we're going to do a heart opener here in our low lunge. So as you exhale, I want you to pull your elbows back and down to open up the heart. So again, we're feeling a lift through the chest, a little bit of a back bend, which is energizing. The elbows pull back and down, and you look slightly upward, and you're just open again to receive positive energy. Breathe in and out through the nose. The hip flexor is stretching on the left leg. The heart chakra is opening. Take one more nice deep breath in. And then the hands reach back out and up to the sky, and we're going to come into a little twist. And we're going to take the left elbow across the right knee. Palms are going to press together. Pull your shoulders back and down and look up and over your right shoulder. So even though this class is only a half an hour today, I want you to really focus your energy, be present, and you get a lot in a short amount of time. So really press those palms together, rotate through the spine, look up and over the right shoulder so you're wringing out the spine, really detoxifying. Take one more very deep breath in and out through the nose. And then go ahead and bring it back to center. Your hands are going to come onto the inside of your right foot. And then you're going to walk your right foot out to the side. So your hands are right underneath your shoulders. And your right arm is kind of aligned on the inside of your right shin. Now, for some of you, this is a deep enough hip opener. Maybe your hips are really tight. You can also use your pillows for this. I'll show you how in just a second. For others of you, you have a little bit more range, a little bit more flexibility. So you can bring either your left forearm down or both your right and your left forearm down. Now, if you wanted to, and that's your hips are feeling tight, you can bring those pillows in and bring your forearms onto your pillows. Okay? So whatever feels really good for you, that's what I want you to do. But we hold a lot of tension in our hips. So I want you to breathe into your hips, release tension, and try to let go of, again, anxiety and overwhelm and the hustle bustle of things, and just be present in the here and now for one or two more breaths. And then when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and lift up from that. You're going to curl your left toes under, squeeze your left knee straight, take your right hand on the outside of your right foot. And you can either do a modified vinyasa or a full vinyasa, and I will show you how. So step that right foot back. It might take a little wiggling, either straight leg, full plank, or bent knee plank, okay? Deep breath in either way. Make sure that heart is open and the belly is strong, and then elbows lower down. Inhale into a little back bend again, and then twist through the spine, looking over the shoulder, and then looking over the other shoulder. Boy, you guys are really tired today, huh? Inhale, open, and then exhale, lower down. I love it. Downward facing dog, push back. Now breathe in and out through the nose, and again, just be present right here, right now. This is part of the unselfie. So this is not about just us, right? This is beyond that. This is reaching positive energy out to others that need love. Take one more nice deep breath. We're going to get that all on the other side. So you can look to the hands. If you want to release your right knee down, you can. Otherwise, just step that left foot up and through the hands. Then go ahead and release the right knee down. We're going to do that low lunge with a heart opener. We're going to inhale. Positive energy comes in. Hips are sinking low. Reach out and up, and then exhale. Pull back and down. So you feel that element of the back bend, the heart opener. Hips are dropping, so the hip flexor is stretching. Elbows pull back, and then we're looking upward. So if you look up, your energy goes up, right? Rather than looking down, which so many of us are here for so long because we're just hours on end posting and sharing and scrolling. But look up. Neck is in line with the spine. Heart is open to receive. Take a big breath in. We're going to inhale, reach all the way back and up. The palms touch over the head, and we're coming into that twist. Right elbow across left knee, palms pressed together. There is a little bit of a balance component to this. So eyes are focused, palms pressing, look up and over the left shoulder, hips are dropping low, breath is deep in and out through the nose. Nice job. One more nice deep breath. And on the exhalation, we twist out of it and bring the hands on the inside of your left foot. Your left foot walks out a little bit, so your left arm is aligned right inside the left calf. Again, for some of you, this is plenty of a stretch. You're going to stay right here. You can certainly use the pillows, like I mentioned, prop them up. If you don't have blocks, like blocks are a great prop too, but not everybody has them. So if you want to release your right forearm down, maybe your left forearm down, maybe one, maybe both, it doesn't matter. You might want to externally rotate that knee a little bit too. Some of you may feel a little more comfortable in that position, but either way, again, the hips are a storehouse of stress, holding stress. So let's breathe into that and let it go. Take one more nice deep breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and come up, move those pillows out of the way if you were using them. And we are going to squeeze the right knee straight. Hips are low. Heart is still open right here. So heart is opening even though we're in this lunge position. Take a big breath in. And then either child's pose or straight into downward facing dog as you push back. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And then draw forward into either full plank or bent knee plank for modified. And then vinyasa, lower down. Inhale to open the heart again, and that little twist, looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder, breathing, and just really listening to your intuition and trusting your body to guide you. Release down onto your belly and press back into downward facing dog. And we're going to repeat that and add on a little bit. So nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Again, feel free to release the knees to the mat if you want to. Otherwise, just step that right foot up and through the hands. Release the left knee down. We're going to inhale, open up to the heart opener again. So low lunge heart opener. Inhale. Exhale, pull back and down, opening the heart, pulling the shoulders back and down towards the hips, looking upward. Inhale, palms back together to touch. Exhale, left elbow across right knee. Twist. Look out over the right shoulder, press the palms together. Inhale and exhale through the nose, wringing out the spine. Very detoxifying. Inhale, and then exhale back to center. We're going to add on another twist. So hands on either side of the right foot, left toes curl under, left knee straight if you can, left hand right under left shoulder, and then right hand grabs onto the right side of the rib cage. I want you to pull the right side of the rib cage out and up to the ceiling, and then stretch the right arm straight up so you're looking up to the right thumb. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Really get that nice twist through the spine for one more breath. And And go ahead and release down. And your hands are going to come to the inside of your right foot. So walk your right foot out so the pinky toe side of the foot is to the outside of your mat. So you can keep your left knee straight here, or you can release the left knee down to the mat. And again, bring the forearms down to the mat using the pillows if you want, or not. Externally rotating that knee if that feels good for you. As long as you're feeling a stretch through the right hip and you're honoring and protecting your body, you're doing it right. Take 2 more breaths. Really open up that right hip, releasing stress and tension with your exhalation. On your next inhale, you're going to come back up. Bruno's in deep sleep and kicking around a little bit, having a good dream, I'm assuming. Left toes are going to squeeze straight. Your right hand's going to come to the outside of your right foot. Now we're going to come into pigeon next. For those of you who are more advanced, you can send that right leg straight and out up to the sky. Okay, a little bit of a tricky transition. For others, you might just want to scooch the right knee up and over. So we're coming into a pigeon stretch, the right knees to the right wrist. And you're going to point your left toes and slide your left toes back. We're going to start with a heart opener first. So walk your hands backwards towards your shin. Lift and open the heart. Again, open to receive positive energy. So we're a transmitter and a receiver, but we have to receive first. So that's what we're here for right now. As you exhale, you can go ahead and release your hands down to the mat. If you want to take one of those pillows and slide it underneath your right hip, if your hips are really tight, those of you who are the runners in the group and the cyclists in the group, you know, your hips might be a little tighter from all that mileage, so it's okay. Use a prop if that feels better. As you exhale, I want you to release and relax and try to really surrender into letting go. And remember, this is not only a yoga on the mat practice right now, we're practicing that intention of flexibility and strength and balance on our mat, but it's a yoga off the mat practice as well, because we're going to be taking all of this love, this self-love, and sharing it with others. So it's really a win-win. So let's take 1 or 2 more nice deep breaths here. And then go ahead and lift yourself back up and bring that pillow out of your way if you used it as your prop. Bring your hands shoulder distance apart. Make sure you have that good alignment. Left toes curl under. Step into downward facing dog. So take your time to get there. If you want to get to child's pose first, all good. And we're going to land in downward facing dog and breathe. You have the option to stay in downward dog or child's pose, or if you want to do a vinyasa, feel free to go there. And by the way, full upward facing dog instead, all good. And we'll land in downward facing dog together. Breathing again, united. So yoga means unity, and it's all about uniting together, sharing this positive energy with others. Take 1 more big breath in. And if you want to release your knees down, you can. Otherwise, just step that left foot up and through your hands, and then release the knee down. 1 more time through the flow here. So inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, big pull back and down to open up the heart. Look upward. Feel the hips sinking low. The heart opening to receive. And the breath in and out through the nose to send that message of calm energy. I'm safe. I'm okay. I am consciously choosing peace and love and joy. Take 1 more big breath in. And then go ahead and release and draw the hands upward. And exhale, come through that twist again. Right elbow across left knee. Palms pressed together. Look up and over the left shoulder. Feel the energy between the hands. So what happens when you really press your hands into each other? Press the right elbow into the outside of the left knee and get a little bit more rotation if you can. Look with your eyes up and over your left shoulder for 1 more breath. On your exhale, go ahead and bring it back to center. Hands are going to come on either side of your left foot. Right toes curl under, right leg straight, hips low, heart is open. You feel that? So the difference between rounding and shrugging, where most of the things take us these days, heart is lifted. Right palm under the right shoulder, so you've got good alignment. Left hand to the left ribs. Pull your left ribs back and up to the ceiling, and then left hand to the sky. Look up towards your left thumb and breathe. So much happening in this pose. Really breathe and be present. Take 1 more big breath in. And as you exhale, left hand comes to the inside of your left foot walks to the outside of your mat, so the pinky to the outside edge. And then you can keep your right knee straight if you want to, or you can release it down to your mat for your lizard pose one more time. Forearms can come down to the mat if that feels good. Again, using the pillows as a prop, 1 or 2, or just keeping your arms straight. That's great too. Again, you can externally rotate the left knee. That's a great variation for a lot of people. It feels good. You get a little bit more groin inner thigh there too. So I really want you to trust and listen to your body and breathe. So we all see and acknowledge that there's so much within ourselves and in the world that we want to change. And it can be a little overwhelming. But we have to just start small sometimes and, do the little things. And that's what this is about, this class today and this challenge group. One more big breath in. Release out of it. Move your props out of the way if you were using them. Again, you can come to child's pose if you want to, or just send that left leg, so left hand to the outside of your left foot. Left leg can go straight up to the sky. A little bit of a tricky transition, but many of you have been doing this with me for a while, so you can go ahead and go there. And then the left knee comes to the left wrist for our pigeon stretch, starting with a heart opener. So walking the hands backwards, lift and open the heart. Take a big belly breath in. If you want to use a pillow, grab that pillow and just put it underneath your left hip if you need more support. As you exhale, go ahead and release down. Your forearms are down to the mat. Feel a sense of gratitude. Feel grounded. Know that you're going to take lots of action this week. So to support your gut health with healthy foods, just eating real healthy foods, less sugar, less stress, taking action to set healthier boundaries. If there's people that are no longer aligned with you, or there's things that you know are not serving you on some level, learning how to say no gently and setting those healthy boundaries so that you align yourself with people that lift you up and bring you more happiness and joy. And by the way, on a list, this is one of the funny kind of interesting things that happened this last week. The health coaching school that I went to posted on their Instagram that one of the things that you can do for a healthier gut and to reduce stress and anxiety is, guess what? Rescue a dog. And that's in my book too. So we talk about that. So rescuing dogs, dogs and animals in general can bring peace, but there's something about rescuing one and transforming them that brings in a whole other level of peace and love and joy and releases stress and brings into awareness how much love really can transform not only ourselves, but others. All right, everyone, go ahead and lift up. Open the heart again. Curl the right toes under. We're going to step backwards into downward facing dog or child's pose. Either way, sit yourself back, take your time, and then feel free to pedal out right and left. And we'll do one more optional vinyasa if you want to. Again, feel free to just rest in child's pose. Otherwise, shift forward, come into plank pose. See, a half an hour goes fast, doesn't it? Lower it down. As I said, it could go a little bit over because we're live, but half an hour, 10 minutes. For me, most times, most days, I do 10 to 15 minutes of yoga a day. I don't do an hour of yoga like pretty much ever, because I don't have the time for it myself, but I consistently do 10 to 15 minutes or a half an hour when I have time. And wow, you can get so much done in that amount of time, and it matters so much. It's the consistency. Take a big breath. Let's go ahead and sit back to child's pose. And then go ahead and sit yourself up and cross your legs. All right, so what we're going to do is what's called a supported heart opener. Hopefully if you have some pillows from your couch, otherwise you can just do regular Shavasana. If you don't, that's okay too. But I'll show you how to do this. This is such a nice thing. So as I was mentioning, most of what we do in our culture anyway, whether it's driving or sitting at a desk, even gardening, but definitely, so what does this look like? cell phone. So head's in front of the shoulders, posture is rounded, breathing is restricted, very unhealthy for the spine, for the posture, and for the central nervous system, honestly. So heart openers, again, the heart chakra is the home of love and compassion. That is what brought us all here together today. So when the heart chakra is closed, right, which, as we just said, so much of what we do does that, even running. So many people are running here. The opposite of that is to open and receive positive energy and love. And that way we have more to give. Okay. Again, the unselfie. I challenge you to do an unselfie. Tag a small business, tag your favorite charity, and be part of that positive ripple effect from your heart. Yes, that's what I'm all about anyway. Okay, so here's the supported heart opener, grabbing some pillows, and hopefully your animals are all around you too. The pillows can be kind of close to your back, but you may need to adjust them as you're there. And you're going to lean back and fall out over the pillow. So just take yourself to get in this position. I like to do reclined butterfly with it. So the bottoms of the feet together to touch and the knees open. So you're getting a hip, groin, inner thigh opener as well. But you're relaxing out over the pillows. Now listen, your head should be on your pillows too. So it's more on your middle back. And just settle in for a second and lie back and feel, oh gosh, doesn't that feel so good? It just feels good and right. Take a couple nice deep belly breaths here and allow the pillows or the surface beneath you to really support your body and feel the heart chakra opening. Again, the heart chakra is the home of love and compassion. And truly, we need to start with ourselves. And often in this day and age, that means setting healthy boundaries. So choosing when to say no, choosing when to say yes, and fueling our bodies with healthy foods. That's what this 5-day challenge is all about. Getting quality sleep, it's the basics. Breathing deeply, getting out in nature, unplugging from your phone a little bit to be with people, and doing little things that really restore you, mind, body, and spirit. So as you lie here with your heart open, relax your hands, relax your jaw, and consciously breathe in and out through your nose. Just a short 30-second timeout for silence. And once again, to contemplate sending out positive energy to others that need it. For me right now, it's sending out positive energy to the millions of animals in shelters as we speak that need love and a second chance. But also there's so many people that need that love and second chance as well. So whoever you want to be sending out that love to, consciously do that right here and right now. And take one more very deep breath in. And if you are propped up on pillows, you can gently wiggle them out from underneath you and scooch them to the side and give yourself a big hug for showing up. Knees draw to chest, big hug, thighs to rib cage. Grateful, right? Grateful for the things that you already have. The human brain just wants to go to all the things we don't have, the things that are wrong. But just grateful for everything that's good and right, including your physical body, your breathing. Give yourself a big hug, one more breath, and then you can either rock and roll back up to sitting or roll to one side and push yourself up. Let's finish one more time with hands at heart center, the heart chakra, and feel the heart to lift up to meet the hands. Bow your chin to your chest. Again, my book is called Adopting Joy. And so I want you to just contemplate that for a second. Adopt that philosophy, that energetic feeling of I'm choosing joy. I'm choosing gratitude. Take a big breath in. Together we reach out and up. Again, we are unified. We are one. Together we can make such a difference. And I thank you so much for showing up. And namaste, the light within me. honors and acknowledges that same light that is within each of you. So again, for this 5-day challenge, gut healing foods, right? So your probiotics, your supplements, your exercise, your less stress, less sugar, more self-care, right? More outdoors, more joy, and of course, like if you can rescue, you can go to a shelter and visit some dogs. That's awesome too. So once you do that, your mind just never is the same, right? Because you're like, oh yeah, that those little critters need my love. So thank you guys again so much. Again, the yoga off the mat. So we're part of a positive ripple effect. My book, if you don't already have it, is Adopting Joy. It is available on Amazon. And if you do a tag on social media, tag at Flexible Warrior, tag at Adopting Joy _rescues. That's the dog's Instagram page. And I'm going to do a drawing for a copy of a signed copy. Stella will sign it, of Adopting Joy, and I'll mail it out to you. So get those posts in today. You can do it Instagram stories, you can do it Facebook. Just make sure it's public and tag me and Adopting Joy Rescue so that I can see it. And then we'll do a drawing. And 100% of the sales for this book also go to rescue dogs all year long. So thank you again. You guys are amazing. If you're in, if you're going to get the, thank you, Susan. If you're in the this group right now, you'll get a daily email with the yoga practices for the day, but get your healthy recipes going today. I made a superfood oatmeal. I'm making a detox soup. I have some smoothie, all the ingredients prepped so that I can make those this week. A big winter salad would be great, some superfood bites. Get those prepped today, you guys, so that this week is super smooth for you and you can really take the time to practice your self-care without worrying, oh, I gotta, worry about the foods. Do that here and today, and that's gonna set the tone for a smoother week for you. Okay, namaste. I'll see you this week. Bye.